viewers, my name is Kiss and welcome back to KTV Network. Today I'm reacting to Asmongold TV, Not Again. Alright, let's see what he has to say. Let's watch.
Gearbox chief Randy Pitchford has responded to a fan who expressed concern about the prospect of paying $80 for Borderlands 4. And he said, this is Randy said, if you're a real fan, you'll find a way to make it happen.
Go to hell. If it isn't a game that exceeds a certain amount of gigs, and that hasn't been worked on and isn't quite the franchise like GTA 6, you can dig a hole for yourself and jump straight into hell.
And we'll go and we'll find the article right here and we're going to see what he said. We're not talking about a $60 game. We're not even talking about a $70 game.
Especially because Borderlands 3 underperformed. What are we talking about? And I loved, I haven't played any of the Borderlands games except for Tales of the Borderlands, but, you know, I kept up with it. Because that's the one game that I wanted to get involved into the franchise after, but after finding out 3 wasn't great.
We're talking about an $80 game. Holy shit! What the hell is going on? And so anyway, let's go back over here, responding to one fan, and this is him responding right here. Let's go here. And this is what he said, and obviously we've got to actually find the original one. A, it's not my call. B, if you're a real fan, you'll find a way to make it happen. My local game store...
The entitlement.
Had Starlight for Sega Genesis for $80 in 1991 when I was just out of high school working minimum wage at an ice cream parlor in Pismo Beach, and I found a way to make it happen. And
so, not everybody has the experience that you do. What do we talk? What? Okay.
And so this is the guy. This is him. I want to make sure everybody knows this is the guy of what it is. No, Boomer. Yep, exactly right. This is Boomer logic, definitely. And anyway, so he made this comment.
Boomers are becoming really unlikable. And it's crazy that a lot of people are saying like they're not going to be missed because, you know, they're on the verge of passing away. And I'm not saying all boomers are like this. There are very chill ones. There are ones that I've met are very chill. They're stuck in their ways, of course, but, you know, I like to give everybody a chance. I believe everybody's an individualist, but they have such a bad reputation.
And he talked about it. And Randy, this game better not be $80. Don't take that risk. A lot of gamers aren't going to pay $80. And you're the CEO. You have something to say with price and when it comes to your publisher.
And I know boomers and Gen Z are bumping heads.
And he says, number one, not my call. Well, you could have just said that, and that would have been enough. And Pitchford's comments created a lot of pitchforks. Yeah, I could assume so. I don't know why you didn't use that as a vociferous response. You could have had much better wordplay here, but that's all right.
Exactly.
Mistakes happen. Anyway, I'll tell you the truth. I don't know. That's the truth. It's an interesting time. And so he doesn't know whether the game is going to be $80 or not. So video games, and this is what I responded by. Now,
what did he say?
Every year, this guy gets reincarnated. Is Randy this year's guy? Is it him? I think it just might be. Policeman? Yes, it actually could be him. And so, yeah, mobile time, exactly. And, yeah, Wyatt Cheng, yeah, he might be the new guy. An $80 game. Is this the no cell phone guy? Yes. Who was it last year? Last year was the Ubisoft CEO, or not CEO, executive that said gamers should probably get used to not owning video games. But to be fair, that was also it was a misattribution. It was clipped in a way that was unfair,
I remember that.
Right?
I remember that.
Oh, it being a quadruple A game, yeah. The quadruple A game was the problem. Not even the not owning games, because I always thought that was unfair. So anyway, I said this. I responded. I said the funny thing is this is true for many game franchises, Final Fantasy, From Software, Baldur's Gate, but I don't think this is true for Borderlands. After watching all of the trailers and gameplay footage, I just don't see how another mediocre millennial humor looter shooter is worth $80. Are people going to spend $80 for Borderlands 4?
No.
Yes.
Really?
Dozens of them will spend.
On the coattails of 3, you'd think not, but perhaps people have hope that they will return to form, but with this kind of mindset,
$80 for Borderlands 4. Now, the
Yeah,
real
if you like the
question
series,
is,
I
will
guess.
they make their money back?
probably not.
Check the survey. Well, no, I don't check surveys. Surveys don't matter. This is like a really good example. Everybody says I don't like. Gamers vote on what they want to be true, not what is true. I don't listen to what people say. I listen to what they do. That's it. And so, yeah, $60, yeah, I don't care about votes. I care about dollars. And I care about player count.
That's
The fact
factual.
is that more and more video games are adopting a lower price point model, and it has gone extremely well. It has been massively, massively successful. And the truth is that people would pay $80 for a video game, just not a. I mean, like, why pay $80 for this game when you can play the first Descendant? What the hell are we doing? What the hell are we
Oh,
doing
yeah.
going around talking about playing this shit when
That's true.
you could just go play the first
free.
Descendant for no fucking reason for that? And
free.
so there is literally no, or Expedition 33, yes. Well, I'm talking about another looter shooter game, or Warframe, yes. And so this guy is going out and saying it is an $80 game and you're going to make it happen. People will make it happen. If you're a real fan, you'll make a way to make it happen. The problem is that these games aren't good enough for people to do that. This
If you're a broke boy, just say so. Some mid woman on Twitch. Facts. There are so many females that are mid, saying like blaming men on being broke. It's crazy. When they're the broke ones. Okay, like show me your money. All right.
seems like a toxic answer. No, it's a true answer, and Randy is right in a way, but he's wrong in thinking that his game is going to garner that level of popularity. It's just not going to happen.
My Asante's done.
Every other game, it is toxic, to be honest. Yeah, I don't really care. I mean, like, I don't think it's a big deal to say this, but like, I'm going to buy it at $20 when it's on sale in 6 months. So that's bold for you to assume that they're going to sell it for full price for an entire, what do you call it? Yeah, it's, I don't know if I want to scroll down too much farther for that.
That's a pretty accurate assessment, though. Like, if you assume the game's gonna fail, they're assuming that it's gonna fail like the previous game did, and go on sale. So, it's kind of an accurate guesstimate, bold, but it could happen.
But anyway, Borderlands was niche, so it's going to flop. Well, the game, I think, is probably going to do relatively well. I think Borderlands 4 is probably going to have a Doom the Dark Ages level success, where it's relatively successful, a decent amount of people play the game, but it's not a massive hit, and it's not a breakout success. It's going to be just kind of like another day. That's kind of what
Does he
I'm
have a
assuming
tab?
more than anything.
Does he have a tab within a tab? Like, he has a window within a window? Huh? Or is that just a new browser?
That's what I'm assuming. It'll be better in Borderlands 3. But what's this here? Borderlands 3 sold 22 million copies with all the negativity at launch. I don't think it matters much for this series. So what you don't understand is the stacking debuff of how controversies and negative feedback and criticism affect a game down the road. So, like, what happens is that a game gets a lot of negative controversy and negative criticism, and then that happens to it enough, and before you know it, now nobody cares about the game anymore. And that's the issue that happens with a lot of these studios, is that immediately it doesn't have an effect. And, like, for example, like, look at Shadowlands. So Battle for Azeroth was a pretty shitty expansion in a lot of ways. And because of that, Shadowlands, I think people were frustrated, but they still bought Shadowlands. Shadowlands was more of the same for Battle for Azeroth, and because of that, Dragonflight was a flop. And so what happens is that there's a ripple effect of bad releases that are not observed immediately, but they're observed over time. And so WowBrain, no, I've shown this before. No, listen. I can show this with PoE releases. I can show this with. Let me think. Besides that, look at Lords of the Fallen, for example, right? Like, they massively improved the game, but because the game wasn't good on launch, then people will not come back and play it and try it again because they've already made their decision. That ripple has already happened. And think about how hard, like, look at Assassin's Creed. That's another great example. So Ubisoft, I bet Star Wars Outlaws was not an awfully, like, a terribly badly selling game. But the problem is that Star Wars Outlaws negatively impacted Assassin's Creed Shadows because it created a pattern of behavior of mediocre products. And so
Yeah.
same with X Defiant was. So after bad video games come out,
Outlaws was so buggy they couldn't sneak around, they couldn't do takedowns properly. It was a hot mess. And then Assassin's Creed Shadows came out and you couldn't even pet a cat. Like, that's just it just solidified the entire the gamers' decisions.
bad video games set the stage and set the tone for future bad video games. It kind of happened with Cyberpunk. Yes, well, there are games that bounce back, and that's
Yeah,
true.
but that is a
But
game
can
that
we
bounced
all
back.
agree that these are the vast minority? And also, it's not like when Cyberpunk 2, like the Phantom Liberty came out and the 2.0 update came out,
I didn't like Phantom Liberty. I refuse to play it now. As replaying it, I refuse to play it now. It's too depressing. No way. No way.
nobody was looking at the 2.0 update the same way that they're looking at Borderlands 4. Like, let's be honest here. Borderlands 4 is just another. It's
And it had negative reviews, I think. They were mixed. It was really good gameplay, but just, oh man. They said you want to live, right? Here's this ending.
seems like generic looter shooter game. There's nothing crazy or amazing about this game. This isn't revolutionizing anything. It's not some insane high quality game. It's just going to be another looter shooter game. It's going to be fine, right? It'll be probably your average 6 to 8 out of 10, depending on what your interests are. Maybe a 5 if you really don't like the genre. And that's going to be about it. And so Cyberpunk's issues will affect The Witcher 4 for sure. Yeah, and I do think that there will be people that will be apprehensive.
And the fact that they made Ciri a Witcher instead of keeping her as the Witch of the Wilds, which would have been so cool to play as, man. Like, to be overpowered and to also, you're just making her a Witcher just makes it so boring that you made her unattractive at the same time. Well, just not unattractive, but you removed her that softness about her.
About buying The Witcher 4 on release because of the release of Cyberpunk.
Her physical traits.
And I think this does definitely happen. And it doesn't mean it's going to affect and hurt The Witcher 4 completely, but it will affect it. And if you don't understand that brand value and how that affects things, and so, like, think about it like this. Let's take a step back and let's think about something, because we're talking about abstractions. Let's talk about let's talk about your personal experiences. Have you ever had times where a streamer that you were watching had a few bad streams and then you stopped watching them? It's not like you watch somebody, they have one bad stream, and then you just decide, oh, I'm done with this person. Usually that's something that takes time, and
Okay.
over that time, then you decide that you're no longer interested, right? No, I ain't a bitch. Yeah, exactly. And so
yeah.
TV shows are the same way.
It happens
and so
all the time.
it's usually not one flop, but it's multiple flops. And so, like, I remember Chance, Soda Poppin', said that you're only as good as your last 2 streams. I think that's the way that a lot of video game studios are, and that's the way a lot of entertainment is in general. Is that it's not what have you done, it's what have you done lately. And if you've created.
Naughty Dog. That's the only example I could think of right now. With their new game coming out and the flops that have come out previously. and re-releases as a TV show, it's not looking good for them. They thought that gamers were the problem. Maybe normies don't like your storytelling either. So that's going to affect your upcoming game.
Bad products in the past, people are going to expect you to make bad products in
Marvel as well. I saw in the comments Marvel as well. They've released a like that Winter Soldier with Falcon. Apparently it was mediocre, and then when they come out with a really good movie, nobody's interested. Thunderbolts, right? I still have to watch it. I'm gonna watch it. Um, but yeah, when it comes out on DVD, it should come out pretty soon, or Blu-ray, whatever we're watching through these days. I don't know, streaming. But yeah, that's what happens.
the future. And so if you don't have a very good reputation, Borderlands 3, let me guess, was Borderlands 2 popular?
Yes. Yes. I did my research. I know what's up.
Extremely. So Borderlands 3 also sold extremely well, logically, right? Borderlands 3 probably wasn't as popular as Borderlands 2, maybe.
No.
And so
They were quick.
Is that accurate? 3 was great. Was 3 also good? I don't know. And so yeah, think about like Halo. I think Halo is a great example. Like Halo probably has gone downhill every installment of Halo. And I think
Like
that's
Fallout.
it. 3 was woke slop. 3 was ass. 3 was bad. A lot of people don't really like 3. And so that's the way that video games work, is that it's not about one bad patch or one bad game. It's about multiple bad games and the ripple effect of that behavior.
I think it's why GTA has been doing so well, because they pour their time into it. The writing is pretty top tier for the most part. Yeah, and they I would say for all of them, actually, they have all been intriguing stories, and this is why they sell a lot of games.
That's what happens. And that's the issue, and this is what I think Randy doesn't understand, is that he is coming into a market that right now in 1991, whenever he bought whatever video game he's talking about, that doesn't matter because there was only 7 other video games on the market. Now there's 7,000 other video games on the market.
Right.
And so you're competing in a market that's much more challenging, and you have to deliver a product that's much higher quality.
Exactly.
And if you can't deliver that product that's higher quality, and you can't compete in that market, then you lose. That's all there is to it. So it's compounding. Yes, it's compounding. And streamers have this happen too. How many streamers do you know that have done the exact same formula for years, and for a while they were really popular, and then the formula got stale, and then they lost popularity?
Mm-hmm.
WoW streamers? Yes, exactly. Right? And that's it. Fair.
And for some of these streamers, it's always been like a facade. And, that's why I kind of try to stay true to myself, because whoever rocks with you is going to stay. That's it.
Yeah, a lot of people. And so like and I even think about this for myself. I'm like, oh, okay, I need to be doing, like, I've always got new ideas of like ways to like kind of spice things up, to make things more exciting. That way people can, like have something new to look at, something new to watch, etc. And that's what matters the most. Bro, we only watch you. That's actually true. A lot of my viewers do only watch me. Like, I don't, like, I have some overlap with other people, of course I do, but with most people, I do not. Like, I have my viewers, and that's it, and really, there's nobody else really, I mean, like, that's even, like, I mean, Kai obviously is really popular, right? And there's, like, a couple of other people, but, like, it's at least in my...
But I would say everybody has their own niche. You know what I'm saying? Asmongold has his own crowd. Kai has his own crowd. As we've seen in New York, the kids, the little kids running around lawlessness on the streets. Everyone has their own demographic.
Circle that streams in around my time slot, there's really nobody that's even, like, really that close. And I think that's it. And the reason why, honestly, is because of YouTube. It's because of YouTube and other platforms. That's the big reason. And you know, I gotta do more. I gotta do more stuff on Instagram. That's the other thing. We gotta do more on Instagram and get to work over
He's
there.
gonna play
So
Expedition
yeah,
33.
I did see that post.
All right, that is what it is. Let him have fun. I'll get to that game eventually. Eventually. I'm always late to the party because there's just so many games to play, and I haven't played it yet. But let me know what you think about this video down in the comments below. Let me know what other gaming videos you want me to react to. Like and subscribe if you become a beaut today, and I will see you guys in the live streams eventually. Take care and thank you for stopping by.